Hi everyone, Rodrigo here once again, and today I'm gonna introduce you guys to Tableau Prep software, a platform that we call ETL, which means that this software can connect to multiple data sources, transforming the data in information, and then loading this data for future uses such as data viz in Tableau or even Power BI. Okay, so today I'm gonna introduce you guys as beginners how to use this platform, how to transform your data in these platforms. Okay, let's do it together. First of all, guys, this is the screen of Tableau Prep. So if you don't have Tableau Prep in your desktop or in your laptop, you can just go to Tableau website and then downloading the Tableau Prep software. Okay, then you choose between Microsoft or Apple, and then you download and install, and this window will appear when you run the software. Okay, in this window here we can just connect to a data. This is the beginning of ETL process. Okay, the E means extract means connected to multiple data sources. So here we're gonna start clicking this button over here, connected to data. Just click on that, and then we can select with what kind of document or file or database we want to connect. Okay, in our case we're gonna use a Microsoft Excel database called Indicadores Econômicos. Here it's writing in Portuguese, but I will translate with you guys during this video. Okay, no problem. And also, if you are interested in this data set, just click in the bottom below in the description of this video. We have an email called marketing.dr transformação digital, the name of our company.com.br. So marketing@drtransformaçãodigital.com.br, and then you will receive, just send us an email with your interest in this data set, and we will share with you with a lot of pleasure. Okay, and then you can just work with me during this video. So don't forget to click to check the email in the description of this video. So now let's go back to our classes. Just click on the data source and then click in open, and you will see that Tableau Prep just show our files, our sheets in this file over here in the left. So we can see we have already eight sheets in our data set. So we can just choose one each time. Okay, guys, we have to choose one and then another one and then another one. It's impossible to work in all together. There is one way, but I will explain you in future videos. For beginners, it's enough to understand that we have like one sheet, each sheet here, and we can select just one to start to work. We're gonna work with this one called Taxa Selic, means Selic, it's index in Brazil. So we have this index called Selic, and Taxa means index. Okay, so we're gonna work with interests related to this index, Selic index. Okay, so to start to use it, just double click in the name of your sheet, and then this sheet will appear here. So here is the space where we can just build our workflow in Tableau Prep. Okay, guys, so we have two windows here. One of that is that one that we call Canva, this blank space where you see the workflow buildings. So we're gonna build our workflow over here in this blank space, and in here below we can see the details to customize this step of our workflow. Okay, so we build the workflow here in steps, and in each step we can just customize, we can just create something working on this gray area over here. Okay, so let's start with this one. This one with the name of the sheet means the input data. So it's the first step. When you input something in your workflow, will appear over here. And this one with this symbol, with this name, we can just replace this name here. For example, just click in with the right button of your mouse and then go to the rename and rename it. So I will use select index now. Okay, so I'm translating to English, so this is better. When we click and the component in the step, we will see the gray area, the setting area, and here we can just select which field we're gonna work in our workflow. This is kind of filter. This is kind of a filter of fields in our sheet, so we can just select which one we're gonna use. At this time, I will use all of the fields, okay, guys? I don't wanna filter array. Also, we can just double click in the fields and then rename the fields. If you double click here and then write something, you will see that you renamed the field, okay? If you don't wanna do, just click on ask in your keyboard and you see that it's like a Control Z, like turning back, okay, to the previous step. That's the information, the name of the fields. Here we can see the type of the fields, and if you are interested in change the type, we can just double click in the type, and then this window appear and we can change the types of the fields, okay? All of that in the first step we can just already done if you want it, okay? Here it's a preview of the data in each field. We can see the informations related of each field in our data set over here. This is only a preview. We cannot do anything with this information. This is just to note, just to check, okay? So this phrase here, it's a phrase that Tableau Prep indicates us what we have to do in the future steps. So we have to create a clean step. And how to do that? Just go here to the step that we already are, and then click in the plus sign, and then select each step you want to create, and now we want to build. In our case, we're gonna put the clean step, okay? Just click on the clean step and you will see the clean step appear. Here the gray area, the setting area, just changed a little bit. Now we can see two kind of informations. We can just put make this window bigger or smaller. It's up to you, okay? Just click with the mouse and then select and put up and down, and you see, okay? This first part here shows the summarize of the information. So we can see each field and the summarize of informations in each part of our data set, okay? We can just go horizontally or vertically if we want, but here this is a good one as well. So Tableau Prep in this below part here just shows the table, the analytical table. So here we can see all of your data as a table, and we can go vertically up and down, just clicking on this right part over here, okay guys? So this is just to check. This is a window just to check the data, okay, the analytical data. We can just create the customizations over here, and this part with the summarize of the fields, okay? And how to do that? I will start now, guys. First of all, we have to go to this left window here, change, call it change, and then click on here just to open this part, okay? Now we will see all of your changes appearing in rows over here in this window, change, okay? First of all, let's select, okay? I will check the analytical table, and as you can see, guys, our data starts in row 4. You see? In row 4, we have the information, the beginning of our information. So I don't want to use the first rows here, okay? I don't want to use these 3 rows. I want to just filter these rows. And how to do that? I can go to this part over here, the summarize over here. As you see, guys, we have these new values in this field called HTTPS, blah, 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 blah. This URL here means a field that we have three new rows. Okay, we can filter these three, and then these three lines will disappear. So how to do that? Just click on here and the new values. You guys can see the information summarized like this with bar charts, or even like this in rows. If you want to change these views here, just go a little bit up here in the beside of the title of the field, and then click in this bar chart, small bar chart here, and then the Tableau Prep change the visualization of the informations for like more analytical. Okay, then we can just click on new values here, right button. First of all, I clicked with the left button. Okay, then right button, and then put exclude, which means that I want to exclude these values from my data set. Okay, now as you can see, the results show us here. I don't have new values anymore. Okay, that three lines. Okay, how to change this kind of customization? Just go to the left, and you see here in this gray area, change gray areas, the step called filter. If you click on that, this pen here, as you can see here, this is a calculation, because it doesn't matter if we guys just click and drop, or click and exclude and select some options in the front. In the back, Tableau just will create some calculations to do that kind of filter. Okay, that kind of action. Okay, so here you will see the calculation. The calculation is called a null in this field. Okay, so that's the calculation that Tableau did in our case. Okay, then just click on save. Also, you can just erase this step if you want. Just go with the mouse above this step, and then click on this X sign here, and you can clean the step. And now our data set went back to the previous situation. Okay, if you want to filter again, just click on that, and then right button, and then exclude, and this is the filter. Okay, perfect. Now the second step that we want to do in the clean stage of our workflow is to rename the columns. Okay, these columns means dates, so I will rename it just with the double click here and typing in the right name. Okay, dates, this one. I will change this F4 for the name validity. This is a validity of this index. And also I'll go to the F7 here, and I will change this F7 for monthly interest. Okay, also guys, if you go to the left side of our gray area, our setting area, you will see the renamed steps appeared here. And if you click in the first one, you will see the dates, the change of the field, call it now dates. And then you click in the second renamed field, you see that Tableau just show us the validity transformation, and the final transformation was the monthly interest. Okay, also we can change the step. Click on the pen. If we click it, Tableau just shows this space in the window over here, and then we can just type in a new name if we want. Okay, let's go. Oh, be careful just to click in the proper step of your transformation. Okay, because if you click on here, for example, in the second stage, like rename it field and do something, If you do something here, Tableau will create this step between this renamed and the other renamed. Be careful with that, okay? Just go to the ending before keep going in your transformations, right? So now let's select only the columns that we want to work, okay? We want to work only with these columns that we renamed before. So how to do that? Just selected the columns. Now it's like a column filters. In the beginning of the transformation, we did a filter in the rows. Now we're gonna do that in a level of columns, okay? So select the columns with the control of your keyboard. I click it on date and then validity, and then I'll go to the monthly interest. I will select these 3 columns and now click with the right button in one of them, and then click on this keep only, this message here, which means that I will filter and I will keep only these 3 columns in my data set, okay? As you can see, guys, here, now we have already only 3 columns, the exactly columns that we want to work, right? Perfect. Now I will do some little change here. First of all, I want to explain you guys that we can just change the type of the fields in each time that we want. We can change just doing that, okay? Just go up in the name of your field and click in this symbol here. If you click in this symbol, you will see all of the data types available just to change if you want, okay? You can change for wherever you want, but guys, just be careful with the transformation, because for example, here I have dates, and between numbers I have these dashes. If I just change this for a number, for example, for a whole number, I will receive the information totally different, okay? Be careful with that, because it's depend of the kind of field that you have just to change it. Also, if I have just text information, and if I selected number, for example, to change for a number, to replace for a number, I will receive like new values for each row, because before that was these informations were text, and then I changed it, I replaced it for number, so it's impossible to do that. And if you do something wrong, we can see the step here, the change type. Just click in the X sign, and you will see the previous step again, okay? So this is our columns, and just let's move on in our transformation. Now I want to just split this validity for a beginning of the validity and the ending of the validity, okay? I have here 2 dates, one related to beginning and another one related to the ending of the validity. So how to split columns in Tableau Prep? Just select the column first, okay? Then click with the right button. Guys, there are a lot of forms to do something like that. There are different ways, but I'm just showing you as fast as I use in my daily work, okay? I use this kind of way to do that, but also we can see the custom split over here. But this is how I use, and I'm teaching you how I use in my daily basis, right? Okay, so just click on this column validity, right button, goes to the split values, and then custom split here. In the custom split, we're gonna put the sign that we want to split. In our case, it's a hyphen. Hyphen is the separator of these 2 dates, okay? Now we have this kind of split off here. We have to select in the first hyphen, in the last hyphen, or in all hyphen. Here is the way that we gave some directions to the Tableau Prep how to split. If we select the first, Tableau Prep will go to the field and then just find the first hyphen and put all the left information in one column and the rest of the other information in the second column. If we selected the last hyphen, Tableau Prep will go to the field until the last hyphen appear, and then the right information in one column, the rest of the information in the other column, okay? And also if we selected all, the Tableau Prep will split in each hyphen that appear for us, okay? In the first, the second, the third, if we have like 4 hyphens in the same field, Tableau Prep will split in each stage that it finds the hyphen in our field, okay? But so in our case, doesn't matter which one we want to use because we have only one hyphen for each field, so I will use the first one, okay? Then we have to select in how many fields we want to split. This is important because if you select only one, Tableau Prep will keep all information in one column and create another one, only one more column. In our case, we want to split in 2 columns because I want the beginning date and the ending date. So I will select 2. I want to split in 2 fields. Fields means columns in a data set, okay? Then we selected 2 fields and then split. Now, as you can see here, we have 2 fields called one, it's called validity split 1, the other one validity split 2. And also we have the main field here, okay? So Tableau Prep usually does this kind of stuff, okay? The Tableau Prep just split it, but maintain the original information just for you to check if you want it, okay? Now, we're gonna just rename it these 2, okay? The first one, I will call it validity initial. And the last one, the split 2, I will call it ending. Only end, okay? Initial and end. Okay, nice. Now we have these 2 columns related to validity. I don't wanna use validity, the original ones anymore, so just click with the right button, go to remove, and just remove it, okay? Nice. Now guys, I want to share with you some formulas, some calculations that we can do with Tableau Prep, okay? Now it's time to create new columns using calculation. Now we want to use like drag and drop or click and select it. Now we have to use calculation to do something in Tableau Prep. The first one is just to extract the year from this field called dates, okay? How to do that? First of all, select the field dates, and then we're gonna click on this button here, okay? Create calculated fields. Just click on that, and then you see this window. This is a calculation window. Over here in the right, we can see all the formulas available, the expressions available in Tableau to use in our case. If we select something, okay, I will just put in this search part year. As you can see, year appear here. If I click it, I will see some examples of this calculation, of this formula, okay? Returns the year of a given date as an integer. Okay, example year, and then inside the parentheses we use the information, the fields. So I will use this one. I will just double click here. Tableau Prep just introduce this formula over here, the label right down here, over here, as you can see, and then I will just cut the year from here, and I will put in the parentheses. And now this is the perfect calculation. As you can note it over here in the below, calculation is validated information. This means that Tableau, there's no warnings related to this calculation. If we do something wrong, Tableau just shows like the number of errors, and if we click it, a message appears just to advise us how to fix our problem with this formula, okay? I will just put some parentheses in the beginning, some parentheses in the end, and then I will put here the name of the field. The name of the field will be year, okay? Now click on save, and you will see this new column appeared just over here in the beginning of your data set, but in the end, in the future, we gonna just reorder some columns. Okay, I will show you how to do that. Okay, now it's time just to create another calculate field. I don't want to use only the year, I want to use the name of the months. So how to do that? Now I will introduce you guys two different formulas to do that. Okay, first of all, let's click on dates again. Click on create calculated fields. This one will call it month name. This field we will call it month name. Then here we're gonna put the formula called month. Okay, the formula just appeared here. Just click on that and then tab in your keyboard. So I will extract the month of dates, but there is a problem with this formula. If we put this formula here in the search part, just to see, this will return a number, okay, a whole number related to a date. So month as a number, but we want to use month as a name. So first of all, we're gonna do this one just to create the month numbers. Perfect. And now I'm gonna put a new calculations, because sometimes I can create some calculation just to replace a field. We don't have to just create a calculation to add a new column. We can just change some columns with a new calculation. We can use the on field in this column and replace for a new formula using the same fields. You will see here, guys. So just click on month name now, then click in calculate field again. This I will use the same name. If I put it that, okay, I will use month name. This kind of warming appear. This warming depends of your version of Tableau Prep. If you have the same as me, the same version as me in your computer, you see this information. If you don't have it, you don't see, but doesn't matter, they works at the same, okay, in Tableau Prep. So I will put month name. This means that this warming means that Tableau is just warning you that if you put the same name, Tableau you replace this field, instead create a new column. Okay, this is what this warming means. So here I will put the formula now. I will use the other formula, call it case. Okay, case, let's show you here, over here. Case is a formula that we use like a if you use the if, like if something happened, then another one, then another one, then something else, another thing. Okay, it's like a true or false validation. Okay, this is calculations to create something true or false. Okay, but in a hive sentences, if you use like if something happened, then something else, another something, means one condition for row. In case, we can just summarize these conditions without writing the whole sentence for each condition, which means like if I put it case month name, I'm looking for this field, month name, when one will means else, not else, sorry, them, in them, Tableau Prep will call this one January. Okay, when 2, when 3, when 4, when 5, when 6, for example, I will use just 6. Okay, when 1, when 2, when 3, when 4, when 5, when 6. First one is January, the second one February, then March, then April, then May, then June. Okay, and then I will put else other, else other. Perfect. So In case month name being 1, please replace for January. If 2, replace for February. If 3, replace for March. If 4, April. If 5, May. If 6, June. And then other for the rest, okay? But as you can see here, Tableau Prep just needs an end information, so we have to put end as in the final sentence, okay? Just to close the sentence and the calculation being validated, okay? So after that, just put the end and then save, and you will see the transformation in the same column. Okay, as you can note it here, Tableau Prep didn't create a new one, just replaced the same column for the information that we put it. Oh, I'm seeing now that I put just June, not June. I want to change that. Just go to your calculation, click in the pen, and then just type in here June and then save. Now change it, right? So this is all we needed for now, okay? But now I want just to create some annually interest, summarizing this monthly for each year. So I will create this summarize of informations, this annual interest. How to do that? Now it's time to go up to our workflow, click in the plus button, and then add the aggregate information, aggregate step. Then click on the aggregation, and here in the settings part we have 2 groups, okay? The first one is the field that we want to group it. I want to group it the year. Perfect. So Tableau will show you here the analytical table, and I want to aggregate something. So I want to summarize the monthly interest for each year. If I put that one, I will see for 1996, 12, almost 13 of interest in 2009, 9 and then 12, 16, 9, 17, 8, and that's all. Okay, we can see here the aggregation. We can change the method of aggregation if we click in here, where we, as you see, sum. If you click in the sum, you will see ways to change it for average, median, count, minimum, maximum, standard deviation, okay, variance, percentile if you want it. So this is a way to change the calculation, the method of summarize in Tableau Prep, okay? I will use sum in my case, so that's all. Now I will move back to my workflow, click in the plus button, and I will introduce another clean step just to change the name of this field over here. This field now will be called annual interest. Annual interest, okay? Perfect. Not early interest. I will put early interest. Early interest, perfect. Now I will go back to my workflow. Okay, now I want to see more space here. I can just click in this symbol over here just to put my settings down. If I want to put up, just click in this signal again. Okay, in these narrows over here. Now I will just click on selected these 2 steps in my workflow. How to do that? Just click with your mouse, just click and then hold, move on above all the steps, and then just these steps will be selected. I will put these steps like below here, and then I'll move on to the clean step 1, click in the plus signal, and I will select this join. This is time just to combine the early interest with the monthly interest with our data set, okay? I will put this aggregate information in our main data set. I will combine them just to build my data set horizontally which means that I will do a join. Okay, join means that you want to create more columns in our data set, in your data set. Okay, you want to build your data set horizontally. If you want to do it vertically, which means that you have to do a union. In our case, it's a join. Okay, I will select the join. I will put the join over here, and then I will click in this step over here, clean to, then hold, and then I will put above all the join step, and I will select what I want to do. If you guys just drag and drop in here in join, Tableau Prep will create another join step. If you put a union, Tableau Prep will create another union. If you put in add, Tableau Prep will connect these both ways in the same join. Okay, I will put in add, then I'll move on to the join one, and then I will just click on setting parts, and then we have to just create the connections. Okay, in both data sets here, either in this clean one or in this clean two, we have the same connector in both data sets, right? The connector is the field year. Okay, the field year. So I'll go to the join, and here in the join clause, I will select the connector between both data sets. Okay, so it's the year of one with the year of clean two. Now I have three type of joins that I can make in my data set. This one with more gray, as you can see, like this is with this bold information here, means that inner join. Okay, as you can see, we have two circles representing our data sets. In the middle of two circles, we have an intersections. In these intersections means that the same information that I have in the data set 1, I have in the data set 2. This is an inner join, okay? Just to show Tableau the informations intersected between both data sets, okay? If you select the left one, the Tableau will show just the left informations, and if you select the right one, the clean, Tableau will select just the right one. This we call it inner join, left join, or right join. In our case, I want the inner join, but also I know that actually we know that we have the same information in both data sets. So it doesn't matter if join we selected over here, the result will show us the same because we have the same information in both. Okay, so I will just being with inner join, and then over here you guys can see the results of this connection. Now we have this structure of data set. So year, month name, year, validity initial, validity end, dates, monthly interest, early interest. But there is a problem here. I have year 2 times. Why I have this information twice? Because I have this information in both data sets, and Tableau just combine everything and build a bigger data set in terms of horizontally. Okay, how to just change this one? I can just go to the field here, click in one of these year fields and right button, and then remove. Now my final data set. Okay, but also we can do something, guys. As I told you before, we can just rearrange our columns. How to do that? Just click. Okay, my first field will be the date. Just click on that, the date, and then with the mouse, hold the mouse and go to the left. Okay, first of all dates, then month, then year, then initial, validity end. Perfect. Monthly interest, early interest. That's perfect. As you can see, Tableau just duplicated the information in 4 rows here. Why? Because these 4 rows have the same years. So when we connect in a join, for this year, Tableau applied this information. Okay, 2021. Perfect. Okay, that's how we connected and we built some data set using 2 data set to create only one in the end. Okay, now we are almost finished our workflow. Now I want to show you how to save our data set for future uses. And how to do that, just click in the plus signal here, goes to the output, and this is the final stage. This is the final stage of our workflow. So goes to the settings, and here we have first of all selected how to save, as a file, as a data source, as a database table. In each one we have a lot of possibilities. Okay, in my case I will use a file. Then I have to go to this one, to output type over here, and then selected what kind of file I want to save, as a Tableau data extract, which means that I will be using Tableau desktop to build a data viz, or also I can save in Microsoft Excel, okay, or also in a comma separate values. If I want to use, for example, in a Power BI, I can just save as Microsoft Excel or comma separate values for using a Power BI, for example. But if I want to use in Tableau, I recommend you guys just to select this Tableau data extract, because this is the data source for Tableau and work better in Tableau, right? That's why I'm recommending you to use this one. In our case, we're gonna save as Microsoft Excel. So when we selected that, we have to just name the sheet, the worksheet that we want to save, okay? If we already have something, this kind of data source, we can just select it here. But if you don't have, we can just write the name here, okay? So the name will be Select Interest. Perfect. So create new worksheet, Select Interest. Perfect. Now Tableau knows how to do. Now we have to name our output and where we want to save, okay? How to do that? Just click in the button browse here and then rename it, the output, okay? This one will be output select interest. I'll save in my desktop, for example. Okay, I will save it on my desktop as an Excel file, then click on accept. You will see that here the name of the output just changed, also the location changed already, right? Now it's time just to move down here in the full refresh, which means that what you guys want to do with this data source when you refresh the data. Tableau can create or overwrite if the file already exists. Tableau can append the table, which means that each time that you click in the button run, Tableau will just append new rows in our data set, okay, in your data set. This one, replace data, is good when you want to just update and online your data, okay? Also, you can see the most recent information about your data. So this is the good idea to use, replace data, okay? In our case, I just selected the create table, and now I have the button here, run workflow. If I click it, as you can see, Tableau just run and create, and then just shows the total time spent to create this output. As you can see, guys, my data set is so short, so Tableau run really fast, okay? Now let's check if the information appeared. Okay, as you can see here, I have the information, output select. If I click on that, that's my data source, my output, okay, with the all informations. I'll be back to the Tableau Prep workflow again, and then if you guys want to refresh, you can just click on that display button here, okay? Display means run workflow, then replace. Unable to run, check the error notification for more details. The problems here is because I have already my Excel open, so Tableau cannot go to replace. Now I can do again, so replace it, right? So with that, we finish our workflow in Tableau Prep. So guys, this is how to create our first workflow in Tableau Prep. I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share this content with your friends, and please just write in the comments below something, your doubts or concerns, and we will be our pleasure just to answer you, to connect with you as data professionals. We want to share your knowledge with you, and we want to learn from you some knowledge, okay? So please don't forget to comment. What do you think? What do you want? Some questions, concerns, and see you in the next videos. Bye bye.